All right, Cheryl, we're live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome to Because We Have Music. We are so excited tonight to introduce you to two really wonderful, amazing musicians. So we look forward to all this great music that we're going to have. And Paul and I have been working on some lighting things, so you get to see us with our green screen tonight. For some reason, I kept fading in and out. It was kind of a ghosty thing. So I think we're just going to hang in the green room. How's that, Paul?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So I want to introduce you to this amazing lady. She is, I mean, you're just going to love her. Her name is Pamela Means, and she is she's from East Southampton. I'm sorry, East Hampton, not South, East Hampton, Massachusetts. And I was so excited because I was reading her website, and it says within the music industry, she is compared to both Tracy Chapman and Annie DeFranco, a cross between Suzanne Vega and Jimi Hendrix. What a comparison between Suzanne Vega and Jimi Hendrix. I am so excited to hear her. So please, please give a big round of applause and welcome to Pamela Means. Hi, Pamela.
Hi.
We're so happy you're here with us tonight.
I'm very glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit. You have a band, yes? The rap.
I have a few different projects. I just like to stay active and challenge myself with different things. So besides my solo self, I do have a band called Pamela Means and the Reparations, and I also have a jazz quintet doing old standards from the 30s, 40s, 50s.
You are versatile, girl.
Uh,
Oh my gosh. Well, what are you going to start us off with tonight?
a short song that's a newer song and just self explanatory. It's called Time to Tear It All Down.
Ooh.
My country, 'tis of thee. What's the matter with you? Handing out liberty for the privileged few. No justice for the rest of us. You've been crooked and cruel. Time to tear it all down and build something new. Time to tear it all down and build something true. We've been saying it for years. Now the video shows it. Reason for rage and tears and fears. Now everybody knows it. No more thoughts and prayers. Rhetoric is through. Truth and reconciliation. Reparations are due. My country, 'tis of thee. Let me holler at you. A plenty opportunity for the privileged few. Roadblock for black, brown, poor. You've been callous and cruel. Time to tear it all down and build something new. Time to tear it all down and build something true. Time to tear it all down and build something new. Time to tear it all down and build something true. Thank you.
Wow. You know, it reminds me so much of, back when music really did have a, was a voice of the people. I think back to like
Music really did have a, was a voice of the people.
I'm
I
hearing
think back to
Oops,
like the
hang on.
Just one second. We have a little bit of feedback here.
Okay,
Okay,
now we're okay.
sorry. Your music is just, oh my gosh, it just speaks so much of what's happening right this moment. What inspires you? What inspires you to write?
I'm inspired by many of the protest songwriters that you mentioned, as well as authors, Audre Lorde, Bell Hooks, James Baldwin, activists who have spoken very frankly about um, real conditions in this country. And I'm a biracial queer person, and just by writing honestly about my experience and my lens on the world, many of these songs
It really comes
become
through in your
political.
songs.
Yeah.
It just really comes through. It's very
Yeah.
powerful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoa. All right, so we're going to introduce the next amazing guest that we have with us, and this is Jonathan Byrd. And I am very excited because we had the opportunity to meet Jonathan down at Ocracoke Folk Festival. And he was there headlining and performing, and we were just like blown away. And so we're so excited to have you with us, Jonathan. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, and I understand you and Paul have been doing some dirty songwriting.
We've been down in the trenches, yeah,
Yep.
doing some songwriting.
We got a great one. I hope Jonathan's going to do it tonight.
Actually, I don't know it well enough to do it.
No.
I don't. I thought about it before the show. I'm like, I don't.
That's
I
all
don't
right.
play it because it's not out yet, so I haven't really been playing it.
So that's
Not since we wrote it.
That's a cue for all of you. Something is coming on the horizon very
It's
soon.
coming.
It's going to be released.
Yeah, it was a wonderful song. Jonathan and I wrote about the shootings in Highland Park, and really powerful song. I
Very
don't know.
powerful. But what are you going to start us off with tonight, Jonathan?
Well, I'm feeling kind of Christmassy. Like it's in the air.
Okay.
And it's been really interesting over the pandemic, like especially in 2020, people started Christmas like kind of like around Halloween. Because people were just like, I want some glitter and some lights and stuff, and I want to think about presents. That's what I need for these next 3 months. And so that was kind of fun to rediscover Christmas and to see people respond with just like, we're going to have some joy, damn it. And
Whether
it
you
kind of
like it
got
or
me.
not.
I've never been a huge holiday guy, but it kind of got me into it. And so you see, I've got my lights up here. And so I'd like to start us off with this is not really a holiday song, but around the holidays, I'm like, this is a holiday song.
All right.
Not my song. It's a song by Mr. Rob Varmeyer from Winnipeg, Manitoba, and it's called A Big Truck Brought It. We keep your Kenworth running strong for regional bulk hauling logs. Air suspension gives a nice soft ride, and the fairing's got a toolbox inside. Piano hinge doors stay quiet and square, and that hut-bolted cab ain't going nowhere. No, it's 600 horses charging straight and true, and it's aerodynamic to save you fuel. Well, if you got it, a big truck brought it. Yeah. And if you want it, there's a big truck on it. I said if you got it, a big truck brought it. And if you want it, there's a big truck on it. You know that's a sing-along part. I know you know that. And you know you're muted and you're gonna sing along and I can't hear you, but God can hear you. Picture a semi in your mind, the flat nose grill and the red oval sign, the classic looking semi. It was defined by the Peterbilt, the 389. The new model's got a slope grill hood and that lets you see the road real good. If you like that, that's just fine with me. I drive a 389. Well, if you got it, A big truck brought it. And if you want it, there's a big truck on it. If you got it, here we go. If you got it, brought it. A big truck brought it. If you want it, if you want it, there's a big truck on it. Now, air brake and haulers go by many names. They're all a little different. But one thing's the same, whether Sterling, Mack, or Western Star. A big rig brought it to where you are. If it's Freightliner, Eagle, a Volvo, or Ford, with Playboy, mud flaps, or baby on board, hauling solid gold or a load of manure, a big truck brought it, you can be sure. Well, if you got it, a big truck brought it. And if you want it, there's a big truck. Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes if you got it. A big truck brought it. If you want it, if you want it, there's a big truck on it. If you want it, if you want it, there's the big truck.
Wow. Okay, I even learned a few things about big trucks.
Isn't that fantastic? That's a bulletproof song. The first time I heard it, I was like, I'm taking that with me wherever I go. I also want to just say hello to my friend Dennis McCracken I saw was here. It's good to see you, Dennis. We live very, very close by, but we hardly ever see each other. It's good to see you.
Oh, wonderful. So tell me a little bit about how you got into songwriting. What's your
I was
origin
hungry.
story? You were hungry.
Well, you picked the wrong occupation for feeding your belly.
Usually
I know that.
I haven't gained much weight. I don't know. I got into it. I was just always creating was how I learned music. Like I had piano lessons and I learned how to play the guitar. But even now, if I don't really make time to write, but I make time to practice the guitar, because if I make time to practice, I will get distracted and I'll write a song. So creating has always been a way that I teach myself how to do things. I want to learn how to do this arpeggio. So I'm going to create a melody that uses that somehow. And then at some point in time, I ran into acoustic music, and I didn't really grow up in a songwriting culture. Like Texas has a really songwriting culture. The Northeast has a songwriting culture. Canada has a songwriting culture. The South has a great music culture, but people here don't really know that Elvis didn't write any of those songs. It's like it's not part of the knowledge base, you know. But I heard acoustic, like old time and bluegrass music, and I thought I just want to like sneak some songs in here. What if I could write a song? And again, a way of teaching myself music. It's like, I wonder if I can write a song that can kind of anonymously sneak into this canon of songs. And so I wrote I started writing a lot of songs, and I wrote a few songs that kind of did that. And I've heard Jack Lawrence and Sam Bush and Larry Keel cover some of these songs. Tim O'Brien has played a couple of my songs where they've gotten into that bluegrass and old time world. And then I went to Texas and I discovered sort of the Texas songwriting thing, and you know, I was just off and running from there, and people were like, "You're pretty good at this. Keep doing it." And the folk world is very generous, and you can, you know, if you can play house concerts in Unitarian churches and some pretty low key things and make a good living and be a part of an incredible community of people. And that's what I've done my whole life.
Well, as we say, there are tens of dollars to be made in folk music.
But we're just...
Well, I just got to do this Elvis quote that, since you mentioned Elvis, which is, Elvis said, "I don't know anything about music, and in my line of work, you don't need to."
Nice.
I don't know. He has his place in history.
He does.
Definitely
have
his hips have his place in history.
Well, let's do a song.
So before Paul and I go into one of our songs, I just want to give a shout out to everyone and thank you all for being here tonight. This is one of 3 of our concert series that we're doing during this month. And we are inviting you to make donations this evening, and they will go to support Kid Pan Alley. Kid Pan Alley is an organization that Paul founded in 1999, and he discovered that children make incredible songwriters. They just don't have the same filters we have as we get older, and they're just so open and so honest. And so we look to your generosity to help support schools that aren't able or don't have funding support. So every donation that's made tonight will be doubled. It will be matched by our board of directors. So we hope that as the concert continues, you will feel generous and feel that holiday giving spirit and make a donation. Information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen, so feel free to at any time throughout the evening. So this song, Paul, actually is a Kid Pan Alley song, and you just wrote it.
We just wrote it, I think, last week. We don't know it, but we're not going to
I learned it.
be like Jonathan and not do a song just because we don't know it. This is we wrote this with 3rd graders down at Grimes School in Orange, Virginia. Natalia and I were working with them. Natalia Zuckerman, who's out in the audience tonight, who's our program manager. And it's a great Christmas song. We have so many amazing Christmas songs. I just realized that we probably will do an album next year of Kid Pan Alley Christmas songs. I mean, we had one called Christmas in Tennessee that we did with Amy Grant sang it with the Nashville Chamber Orchestra, song we wrote with kids there. And God, there's just a bunch of amazing Christmas songs that we wrote with the kids.
But this one's really beautiful.
This one should be a standard, don't you think, Cheryl?
On Christmas Eve. Look under the tree. There are presents, and it's Christmas Eve. Will we find out who is naughty, who is nice, who is kind, and who started fights, who gave something to someone in need, and who was consumed by greed on Christmas Eve? It's not just any day. It's time now to give things away. Love and joy and Christmas cheer. And all our friends we hold so dear. We know it's better to give than receive. That's what we believe on Christmas Eve. There's so much we hold in our hearts. Kindness, love, and joy, peace and understanding. Maybe that's better than any toy. It's that time of the year with all the stories that we love to hear. The star in the sky is how we heal. We can't describe how it makes us feel as angels watch over you and me as we lay down to sleep on Christmas Eve. As we lay down to sleep on Christmas Eve. All right. For the children from Grimes, I'm always amazed and inspired by how children look and see the world. And, you know, even though there are a lot of things going on and they're not immune to it because of social media and, you know, what families share at the dinner table. But yet, I don't know, Paul, they always seem to have hope.
They do.
always seem to find that silver lining in a cloud, and it's very inspirational.
It is. It is. I'm very blessed to get to spend most of my days writing songs with kids. The last 23 years now, I've been really focused on that. We've written about 2,800 songs with about 80,000 children. And
a lot.
it has really kept me interested in songwriting, that's for sure. And a lot of great songs. I never run out of songs to sing.
This is true.
I run out of songs that I know to sing.
Yeah, there are a lot of them. But speaking of inspirational, let's swing back around to Pamela. Hey, Pamela.
Hi.
So I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Jonathan. What is your origin story that brought you to music?
I always wrote little songs and poems, but I was painfully shy, so I feel that my journey was really the challenge to get over my shyness. Am I going to be able to follow my dream or not? And I thought about being a doctor for about 2 weeks, and then I watched brain surgery on PBS for about 30 seconds, and I thought,
Yeah,
I thought
that
about being a
congrats.
foreign language interpreter for a couple of weeks because I learned French and Spanish pretty easily, but I always knew I wanted to play music.
I think your voice is so powerful. I mean, I'm not talking about just the tone and the quality, but the voice of what you're sharing and your words. So tell us what you're going to sing for us next.
That means a lot. Thanks for saying that. Well, I was just gonna throw in a regular old love song in the middle of
Okay.
my other messages. So. This is a newer song, and we spoke about protest songs earlier, and I had the fortune to do. I won some artist grants from the Massachusetts Cultural Council to perform a show I put together called Pamela Presents the Power of the Protest Songs. I got to do a couple dozen shows this year of my own originals and some of the songs inspired by artists that we referred to earlier. This is a newer song that's unreleased. It's called Thank You for the Love You Gave. Clingstone in the ocean, I'm panicking, but it's nice. Worried about the whirlpools and the reoccurring riptides. Feeling tiny, insignificant. Thinking about our life back then and everything it meant. Hill, Gabriel's goldenrod and wild weeds. Dragonflies buzzing, keeping time with the crickets and the light breeze. Another August slipping by, Percy it's passing. Sturgeon moon full and high, you ain't missing me, I'm guessing. All rage and fire, looking for kindling. Learn to love my inner child and be more forgiving. You went on to greatness, me, I'm blooming late. Ain't no way to say this, thank you for the love you gave. Crown come crashing down, broke, brooding in a Berkshire town, searching for steady ground. I had to walk right through, no more walking around. my inner child and be more forgiving. You went on to greatness, and me, I'm blooming late. Ain't no way to say this. Thank you for the love you gave.
All right. Now, were you a late bloomer?
I feel like a late bloomer. I've always been a late bloomer. That's okay. That's
No, there's nothing wrong with blooming late. Anything is blooming at all, you know?
Well, I'm blooming nuts. So,
Oh, yeah. Okay, all right.
so at least I'm blooming.
So, are you in Massachusetts right now, or where's home right now?
Yes, I'm in Western Mass in East Hampton. Yeah.
So, any new releases coming up soon?
I do have. I've started a few projects. I might release 2 or 3 albums in 2023.
Wow.
Wow.
I have. I'd like to do a companion project to the companion CD to the protest song tour that I've done, and I anticipate doing a few more of those shows and another songwriter album. I have a jazz project album already recorded, waiting to get outside. So
Fantastic. Make sure that you put in chat your website so folks can log on and keep track of you. And
will do. Thanks.
yeah, because it's got a great crowd tonight. So thank you. All right, Jonathan, where are you? Get off that truck.
Right here.
Yeah.
Oh, so what are we had a chance to meet you at Ocracoke. Are there other festivals that you've played at this year, or places you're going to be going?
Let's see. Well, it's been a weird few years, and one of the really great festivals I played more recently was Wintergrass, which is a really interesting festival in Seattle, Greater Seattle area. I can't remember the name of the actual town, but it happens in February in a big hotel, and they set up stages in the convention rooms or whatever, and they have a festival indoors.
That's interesting.
It was really fantastic festival.
Were
lately,
people did it have like rooms in that hotel, or was it just like
oh yeah, everybody just kind of stayed there, and the whole thing happened in this huge hotel.
wow,
It was pretty cool.
that is pretty cool. I wonder if you could like hear the performers like in your room. You could,
No,
you could like chill out and just
no, you had to go there.
Had to
It was a really big convention center.
okay.
So things were, kind of removed from each other. But lately, I've started 2 songwriting series in my local area. So in Pittsboro, North Carolina, there's a place called The Plant, and in Hillsborough, there's a place called the Eno Arts Mill that's part of the Orange County Arts Council, and they have a nice gallery space. And what I wanted to do was 3 songwriters in the round, once a month, no sound system.
Oh, unplugged.
There's something really cool and magical, like when we'll sort of seed it. We'll ask each other questions, and we'll talk to each other. We'll kind of draw the audience out so that they start asking questions in between songs, or how'd you do that thing on the guitar or whatever, and you get this conversation going that's very different from a performance. And so far so good. It's been really fun. We're starting the one in Hillsborough at Eno Arts Mill coming up in January, and we've done the one at the Plant a few times with Abigail Dowd, Joe Newberry, Jess Klein has done one, my friend Lakota John, Wes Collins, Shauna Tucker, some great writers, and it's been really fun. And then also lately I'm doing a lot of teaching and coaching. So I'm teaching in person with Jess Klein. We're doing an in-person songwriting workshop in Hillsborough at the Eno Arts Mill. It's going to be a limit of 8 people. And we had people, like somebody came from Philadelphia the last time we did one. So people are traveling to do these workshops. And then on my website, you can just sign up and for 30 minutes or an hour and meet with me if you're trying to write a song, you've never written a song before, or you're kind of new at it, or you're trying to fill out an album, or you've anything like that, any kind of questions like that, any way that I can help coach people through the process of songwriting or even through production, any of the skills that I've developed over the past 20 years, I've been focused on that a lot. So at jonathanbyrd.com, you can find all the information about those things.
Wonderful. All right, well, what are you going to play for us?
I would like to play an actual Christmas song that I wrote. And this was many years ago, and I did a version of it with Chris Kokesh, and then recently, more recently, last year, I did a version of it with Catherine McClellan from Prince Edward Island. This is called Give to Receive. But Doug was a junkie's baby. He survived on pure luck. His favorite holiday was Christmas. He never had one growing up. And Doug was a bachelor drinker, and some nights he slept outside. But he always came to work on time, even if he was high. And Doug was a dollar store janitor and a Santa for a while. His beer belly shook like a bowl full of jelly, and he made the children smile. The parents didn't like him, but the children all believed. You got to give to receive, a goodwill to all men. You got to give to receive, amen. Well, Doug had a disagreement with a troubled mom one day. He lost his job at the dollar store and he had to give up his pay. He got drunk in his Santa suit on a cold Christmas Eve and no money for a cab home, but he still had the keys. Doug stood in the dollar store window, the nativity lights on, and he asked the baby Jesus just what they had in common. I hope it's not dying young, Doug said as he bundled up. And he fell asleep in the manger, and he woke up with the sun. You got to give to receive, goodwill to all men. You got to give to receive, amen, amen. It was a beautiful Christmas morning. Doug locked up and walked home. In every house he passed, little children cheered him on. There was hot chocolate, cookies. Someone almost invited him in. Till they saw the redness in his eyes and smelled the whiskey on his chin. You got to give to receive, goodwill to all men. You got to give to receive, amen, amen. You got to give to receive, goodwill to all men. You got to give to receive, amen, amen, amen.
You gotta give to receive. And this is the time, you know, it's so wonderful here, even within our community. There are a lot of organizations that do, they give of their time to support members of the community, aging, the young, those who are less fortunate, maybe who don't have shelter, don't have food. This is the time of year we remember that is one of the greatest gifts we have, is to be able to give of ourselves, time, you know, service. So it's wonderful. Thank you for reminding us.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give to receive. Well, it's always an exciting time when I can introduce my husband, because he has lived the musical life. a lot of musicians will have multiple jobs, you know, in order to pay the bills and make sure, you know, the rent's paid. But Paul he's found his way. He's navigated through a really successful band tour with Trapezoid for 25 years, touring with his late wife Julie Portman and bringing musical theater to so many places across the country. But for me, it's really fun because I get to listen to the man practice.
On those rare occasions when I do
No,
practice.
you play a lot. And just so you know, our studio is in the bottom floor of our home. And so I'm upstairs cooking and I hear all this music. It's just so beautiful and it, you know, fills your heart. So, Paul Reisler.
Thank you, Cheryl. Okay, this is a piece I wrote for my father's funeral. He was in the Navy, but he didn't know how to swim. And so I thought I'd send him off with a song, with a tune called Dolphins, because I just had this picture of him leaving this earth and being up there swimming around. So this is Dolphins.
Good job, Jack.
Mostly.
You want to scoot me over and get me in the frame?
Sure, I'll get you in the frame here.
Thank
There
you.
go.
Oh, I want to give a big shout out to some folks who have made some donations, and their generosity touches our hearts. We want to thank Mark Liederber, Joyce Wanger, Masha Mutamba, and Tracy Jackman. Dear Tracy and John, dear friends of ours, thank you so much for your generous donations. Every cent counts. Every cent makes a difference.
Yes, and because everything's going to be matched.
That's right.
Here that it goes twice as far.
Goes twice as far.
Thank you all for your donations. Also, just wanted to thank some of our friends who are out there in the audience tonight. My sister Elaine and her husband Sal Alfano. Hi, Elaine and Sal, and Bill Rowland, who lives right around the corner from us, and our dear friends John and Tracy Jackman. And there's a whole bunch of wonderful people out there.
Our friends Gail Swift just joined us.
Gail Swift.
So we're very excited to have them with us this evening. All right, we're swinging the chairs back around. Pamela. Yeah, I forgot if it was actually turning himself around. I love it. Oh my gosh. So tell us, what do you have planned for the next couple weeks? Is there anything special that you're going to be doing?
My schedule has quieted down. I do have a gig on New Year's Eve, and just glad to be at home and catching up on things and getting ready for the new year.
Absolutely. Do you have family in the area? Do you have family around? Or?
My family is. I have plenty of wonderful chosen family in the area, but my regular family is mostly in the Midwest, back in Wisconsin, where I grew up.
Oh, they're getting snow.
Oh yeah. Well, we know how to deal with it, though.
Oh
no
yeah.
problem. Oh sure.
As a matter of fact, I noticed a few little flakes that might even fall our way, but tis the season for snow. Yeah. Tis the season. So tell us what you're gonna play for us.
This is a a song called "Sing for Love," and was written the day of the Uvalde shootings, and so sitting in a pile of tears and all those feelings. I have been very grateful my entire life to have a guitar to pick up in all times of particularly sorrow and rage, but all emotions. It's been a buoy throughout my life, and so this is what I did with those feelings that day. Another white boy with his hands on the trigger, along with legislators who let the loopholes linger. Law of the land loves white supremacy, so none of us are safe, no one is free. I don't think I'll live long enough to see this angry country discover unity, but as long as I got breath in my lungs, I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. Martin Luther King worked to make the world a better place, he said. Only love can drive out the hate. Only light can drive out the dark. So hatred shot him down in a Memphis parking lot. I don't think I'll live long enough to see this angry country discover unity. But as long as I got breath in my lungs, I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. nothing more important than stopping fascism. 'Cause fascism will stop us all. The immortal words of Fred Hampton. Black Panther Party sounding the call. Power to the people, free breakfast for the children. At 21, a freedom fighter, so Chicago police killed him. I don't think I'll live long enough to see this angry country discover unity. But as long as I got breath in my lungs, I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. I will fight for justice, I will sing for love. I will fight for justice, I will sing for love.
Oop.
Did he go too fast? Am I muted?
No, you're on.
Are you still with us?
Me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
We didn't cut you off, did we?
I hope not. I didn't feel cut off.
Okay, good.
Okay.
No, I heard the whole thing. It was great.
Oh, okay. No, the reason I
Oh,
sort
because
of,
we were looking
I
at the
was sort of
YouTube
panicked
screen.
is we have another screen over here that's showing the YouTube, which is a delay, and he hit the applause, and you were still playing on the delay, and I'm going,
How rude, Paul.
no, but fight for justice, I will sing for love. You know, there's just been so much that has happened, and I'm so grateful for your lyrics, for your passion, and just saying how your heart and both your heart and your mind feel. It is a gift, and I think music, art allows your voice to be there. So thank you.
Thank you for saying that. Well, Nina Simone also said the artist's duty is to reflect the times. And so I take that very seriously.
Wow.
Well, I just watched her movie last night. It's amazing.
Very inspiring.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As are you. Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you. All right, Mr. Jonathan, I know you were spinning around in that chair.
Yeah, I would love listening to Pamela. You're so musical. I'm glad I can meet myself because I'm just like learning your melodies, and it's a real pleasure to be here with you.
Likewise, Jonathan. Thank you.
All right, sir. What have you got on tap for us?
I was thinking about doing this. It's a song I wrote with a fellow named Charles Humphrey III. He was in a band called the Steep Canyon Rangers for many years. He was a founding member of Steep Canyon Rangers and a really great writer. I love writing with him. He's now in a band called Songs from the Road Band as Charles Humphrey III. And he sent me this idea, and sometimes he'll shoot me like this huge text that's just, it seems like total chaos. But if I go through it, there's an idea in there somewhere, and then I'll say, okay, this is the idea, and throw it back at him, and we'll get half the thing done over text. He's really fun that way, and this is one that happened that way. And when I saw the line, "When the well runs dry," that line just jumped off the screen at me, and I said, that's the name of the song. And this is what we wrote. It's all lit up like Christmas. There's a skyline of flame. A metal halide lights up the prairie night all the way out to the plains. And out on the low horizon, the sunrise burns my eyes. Shining off of the tankers and the flatbeds hauling the pipe. We all need the money, babe. I can't lie. Ain't no need to wonder what'll happen when the well runs dry. Well, this whole town's made of trailers, and the trains run 2 miles long. But some guys phone their money home. Oh, they drink until it's gone. Ranch hands learn to roughneck. Yeah, they're all lined up to work. Well, there's another boom and there ain't no room, so they sleep out in their trucks. We all need the money, babe. I can't lie. Ain't no need to wonder what'll happen when the well runs dry. Sometimes I feel I'm turning the wheel. Yeah. Dad took me down to an old ghost town when I was 5 years old, where the miners bled with their dreams in their heads till the river ran out of gold. And I look over miles of burning rigs, God knows how much it's worth. Then the stars go black and the sun comes back, and it's time to go to work. We all need the money, babe. I can't lie. Ain't no need to wonder what'll happen when the well runs dry. There ain't no need to wonder what'll happen when the well runs dry. There ain't no need. Yeah. There ain't no need to wonder what'll happen when the well runs dry. Ain't no need to wonder what'll happen when the well runs dry. Ain't no need to wonder what'll happen when the well runs dry.
Wow.
Thanks.
Wow. When the well runs dry. What type of things inspire your songwriting?
Anything. I mean, I certainly don't wait for inspiration. I think that's a big mistake. I love Bruce Springsteen said one time, he said everybody's got an album or two in their lives. Everyone can get off to a start that way, but then you really have to start working for it. So I read a lot, and I talk to other songwriters a lot. I share what I'm writing with other people. I think that's really important to. Sometimes when things are in process, I have people I can trust. I have a handful of people I can trust with these ideas that I'll make a quick memo on my phone and send it to them. Say, hey, what do you think about this? And get some feedback on something. And if every single person says, I don't know about that bridge, I probably need to look at the bridge. Or if everybody says, wow, that second verse was really moving, then I just kind of draw a line around that. Now, don't go in there. That's really working. Try to make everything as cool as that is. And all these tools, all these different things, it's part of what I bring up in my song coaching. Like one of the biggest questions I've ever gotten as a songwriter from the beginning of playing songwriter gigs, people would say, you know, where do you find your inspiration? How do you keep going? And I've just developed kind of a toolbox to help me keep moving.
That's so true because, you know, things, it's not so much about the talent, it's about what inspires you, what moves you, and then how you translate that from your heart and your head into guitar chords and lyrics.
Yeah, and the process, and the process doesn't happen when you're thinking about it. That's just thinking about it. You're just thinking about stuff. You have to actually be doing it, and you can write a bad song. Just finish the song, and then get rid of that one and start another one. But the process of doing it is what makes you better. What makes you not necessarily write a better song, but writing songs that better communicate what you're trying to say, that meet your goals.
Well, songwriting isn't about songwriting, it's songwriting. You do it.
Yeah.
You do it over and over and over again, and you get better and better and better.
Yes, sir.
And when I was really learning how to be a songwriter, I wrote a song every day before I did anything else.
Wow.
It made a huge difference in my ability to write. And it was also what made it possible for me to do Kid Pan Alley, because I can't go in there and say, well, kids, I'm just not really feeling the inspiration today, so the hell with it. We're not going to write it. You're going to be the first class that never wrote a song. I'm really sorry, but, I'm just not feeling it today. No, I got to feel it every day with them. And the great thing about learning how to turn it on in a moment's notice is that it's always there for you. And you don't need to wait for that bolt of lightning. It can happen on a perfectly clear day.
That's right.
One of the things, too, that has always been important to me with music, as Pamela has shared with us, music can be a voice for social justice. It can be a voice to rally, a voice for awareness, but it also can be a voice of appreciation, forgiveness, and remembrance, a way to honor those who maybe still aren't with us. And Paul's written a beautiful song dedicated to his late wife, Julie Portman, called Perfect in Every Way.
So I wrote this with my dear friend Angela Cassett for Julie's memorial service. And you all can sing along, just stay on
I'm going to
mute.
add a little harmony.
Yeah, Cheryl's going to add a little harmony. I picture you in Persian blue in 2022, standing there, me and you, laughing at today. If you're not here to hear this song, if you go, you won't be gone. You will still be perfect in every way. For every story that you told is like a rose that still unfolds, and in my mind I hear you laugh. Cuts the feel in half. The love we shared is magnified by the light you shine from the other side. And the light you shine is perfect, and the light you shine lights my way. The light you shine is perfect every way. Dance with you in Persian blue. Tell you once more I love you, but I know you would say no regret for what's undone, no sorrow what should have come. No wishing for a different drum. Everything is perfect. For every story that you told, it's like a rose that still unfolds. And in my mind I hear you laugh, and it cuts the hurt I feel and have. The love we shared is magnified by the light you shine from the other side. And the light you shine is perfect, and the light you shine lights my way. The light you shine is perfect every way. And the light you shine is perfect, and the light you shine lights my way. You know the light you shine is perfect every way. So sing it along with us.
Sing with us.
And the light you shine is perfect, and the light you shine lights my way. The light you shine is perfect every way. I picture you in Persian blue. Thank you.
Oh, I think that music allows us sometimes to say the things that maybe we don't have the heart, the courage, or the ability to hold back the tears. And one of the greatest gifts is being able to share your voice. And Kid Panelli does that for children. I'm a retired elementary school principal, so I know that children often sit in classrooms and they're learning, but they're not always sharing what's in their hearts. So when I met Paul, my PTA had hired Kid Panelli, and I worked in a very diverse school with a lot of second language learners. And I was absolutely amazed at, number one, how quickly the children developed a level of trust, because they have to trust you to tell you what's in their hearts. And I don't know whether it was just that Paul reminded them of their granddad, or I'm not quite sure what it was.
Or their great-granddad.
Or their great-granddad. But these kids, and I've seen this ever since. I mean, it's wasn't just at my school, but he is able to elicit openness and honesty, and the kids tell you everything. Sometimes their parents don't like the fact that they tell you everything, but they do. Anyway, it's a great gift, and so we are extremely thankful for your donations, and we hope you will consider donating this evening, making a donation on the tip jar. I want to thank Tony and Gail, my good friend Gail, and Jim Burke. Thank you so much for your generosity. It makes a difference in every child's life that we spend time with. So, speaking of spending time, Pamela, we don't want to waste too much more time. We want to hear some more music.
Well, thank you for having me. And I had aunts and uncles who said that children should be seen and not heard.
Oh.
And I'm grateful that Kid Panelli is here for, this and the past recent generation of children. I feel very optimistic about the future when I talk to children and young people. And, what if I had had such an opportunity when I was little? So I'm glad that you're doing the work that you do, and I'm glad to be a little piece of it here tonight. And
All right, what is it going to be? Tell us about it.
This is a tune called Hands Up. And sometimes I say that my songs begin in fetal position because, I just, a way to channel all the feelings that occur when things happen. Hands up, don't shoot. I'm tough, not bulletproof. Gonna love out loud, not afraid. Gonna march down Main in the Pride Parade. No closets, no shame. Yes, love, no hate. Hands up, don't shoot. I'm tough, not bulletproof. It's not the guns, it's the trigger. It's the bullet in the chamber sent to kill a stranger by a hateful, deranged figure. It's not the guns, it's the trigger. It's the bullet in the chamber sent to kill an anger by a hateful, deranged figure. Hands up, don't shoot. We're tough and not bulletproof. Hands up, don't shoot. We're tough, not bulletproof. Ho, hey, NRA, how many souls did you kill today? Ho, hey, NRA, how many deaths you facilitate? Ho, hey, NRA, how many kids did you kill today? Ho, hey, NRA, how many hearts did you break today? Hands up, don't shoot. We're tough, not bulletproof. Hands up, don't shoot. We're tough, not bulletproof.
All right, girl, where did you learn to play the guitar?
I studied
Wow.
classical and jazz and made up the rest.
Woo! It's pretty powerful stuff. And I love your faces. It's like when you're playing, you're there. I mean, you are right into it. And it's just, that was awesome. Beautiful.
You gotta make the faces. You gotta make the faces.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even if you can't see the whole body on Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to finish out this round. And do you have one more so that you and Jonathan can close us out after that?
Sure.
Awesome. All right, Jonathan. We're coming your way. We're coming your way.
Yeah, the tone is the secret to the tone is really in the face.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
It's super important.
It is. What you going to play for us?
Oh, I don't know. I thought I was going to play my last song. So I know what I'll play. I know what I'll do. I can change my mind here.
Okay.
Also want to say, I can't see everybody at once, but so I was just scrolling through the names. I saw Victoria Storm is here too. I just want to say hey to her. She's really cool songwriter and guitar player, and did one of my online workshops as well. So hey, Victoria,
Fantastic.
how you doing?
Yeah, what we'll do is, Jonathan, at the end, we'll hang out and we'll open up the Zoom room so everyone can kind of catch
That'd
up.
be great. That'd be great.
All right.
Well, I was an oak tree. It took 1,000 years to grow, and I've seen kingdoms come and go. I've seen the losers turn to lords and back again. I held the rebels when they hung them from my limbs. When men of fortune cast their futures on the sea, it's when they came for me. And I was a slave ship under the standard of the cross, a hallelujah holocaust. And half were dead before we reached the other shore, and the captain never saw the coming storm that swept around the Cape and took us by surprise, and only 8 survived. And I was a campfire, a pile of driftwood in the sand, and the only comfort in this land. And 8 hungry sailors roasted acorns that they found and left me burning as they stumbled toward the sound of a church bell ringing out above the ocean wind. And I was born again. Now I'm an oak tree out along the wild Cape Fear, and there is talk of freedom here. Where is the kingdom that was here before I came? Where have the people gone who only left their names? A revolution's just a circle after all, and every kingdom falls. I'm an oak tree. If it takes 1,000 years to grow, I'll see kingdoms come and go. I'll see kingdoms come and go.
I'm an oak tree.
That's,
I've seen kingdoms come and go.
well, that was the song that made me want to write songs with you, Jonathan.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
When,
Thanks, Paul.
when we heard that at Ocracoke, I said, I should write with Jonathan.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you
I'm
did.
glad we did. I love the song we wrote together, and
I do
look
too.
forward to performing it in one of these concerts here.
Yeah.
I was thinking about jumping in and doing it, but you do it so much better than I do.
Oh, yeah.
You got such a great voice. I'm just some old guitar player.
Oh, come on.
Emphasis on the old. But anyway, beautiful song, beautiful song.
Thanks, Paul.
Absolutely. And it's true. I mean, I look out and I think, as I'm trying to reconcile with where our world is right now and my place in it and my journey to make it better, you look at the trees, like you said, the old oak tree. It was there before me, and it will be there after me.
Makes things seem a little smaller.
It does.
Yeah.
It knows the history of rising and falling.
Oh my gosh. Woo! Well, we're going to swing back a little bit to the Christmas
Christmas theme.
the Christmas theme. It's not too far off. And so this is a Kit Panelli song that Paul wrote with third graders at Claude Thompson Elementary School in Charlottesville.
No,
Is it
actually, up in where
Albemarle?
Jeff and
Oh, Claude Thompson.
it's up in Marshall,
Marshall,
Virginia.
I'm sorry. Wrong location, right school. It's called If Christmas Sang to Me. If Christmas sang to me, I'd listen for the bells. I'd sing along in harmony. Peace and love would set us free, chase away the darkness of the night. Bring us all the colors of the lights. I'd believe if Christmas sang to me. When I was a child, my mom sang lullabies to help me sleep. Quiet me down and make me happy. It comforted me. It made me calm. Milk and cookies and a bedtime song with Mom. If Christmas sang to me, I'd listen for the bells. I'd sing along in harmony. Peace and love would set us free, chase away the darkness of the night. Bring us all the colors of the lights. I believe if Christmas sang to me. Decorate the tree with ornaments we made so long ago, with all their memories and their meaning. Dad lifts me up to put a star on top, waiting up for Santa until we drop.
Oh man.
It popped.
Felt this the first days of July until this wall came off.
If Christmas sang to me, I'd listen for the bells. I'd sing along in harmony. Peace and love would set us free, chase away the darkness of the night. Bring us all the colors of the lights. I believe if Christmas sang to me. I believe if Christmas sang to me. Yes, I believe if Christmas sang to me.
Well, that one sounds like a Christmas classic.
Yeah, exactly.
What a beautiful song. What was that? Third graders?
Third graders.
Third graders. Man, amazing what the kids come up with.
You know, and they're so open, they're so honest.
Yeah.
And it's all good.
It's all good.
Well, I'm going to make my one last pitch. So, everyone get ready. Don't everyone hit Venmo or PayPal at the same time, but I am hoping that you will reach in deep and be generous and make your donations tonight. I wanted to thank Catherine, Monica, and Dennis for your generous donation. Thank you so much. Again, everything that is donated tonight goes to helping children learn to be creatives and learn how their voice can make a difference in this world. And you are making a difference by helping them. So thank you. So we're going to do one more round. We're going to swing around back to Pamela, and then we're going to have Jonathan close us out. I want to thank you all so much for being with us tonight. It's always a magical evening to spend with you down here in our studio. So, all right, Miss Pamela,
All right.
this is last call.
I'm going to lighten the mood for my sign off. I see that Monica Mansfield is in the audience, and I happen to know that her son, one of her children, is an astrophysicist.
Whoa.
And yeah, you know, top that, other parents. And I would like to be an astrophysicist if I had another turn, but as close
Never
as I
too
can,
late.
sing
Never
the
too
song.
late.
You're right. You're right. You're right. But I'm fascinated by all things cosmos, and so I've set some of those concepts to a pleasant jazzy beat. It's called Everywhere You Can Imagine. And thank you again for having me. It's been an honor. And thank you, Natalia Zuckerman. Yeah. Love you. I'm a castle on the side of the road to Nirvana. I'm the seventh sun setting high over Andromeda. I'm the Colorado River cutting clear through the Grand Canyon. I'm the quantum element buzzing up inside of the atom. I am here, I am there, everywhere you can imagine. I am strings and things and a twirling double helix. I'm 11 dimensions in the fire of the nebula phoenix. Ooh, primordial ooze, life's beginning better. I am light and heat and dark and antimatter. I am here, I am there, everywhere you can imagine. You can imagine. I'm the spirit, the essence, the universal presence, the cosmos, the fabric, space-time galactic. I am breath and death and pestilence and peace. I am breath and death and pestilence and peace. Well, I like the latter. I prefer the latter. I am here, I am there, everywhere you can imagine. I am here, I am there, everywhere you can imagine.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it has been such a joy to get to know you, and I was ready. First of all, Paul doesn't really dance, but I was ready to get him up and start dancing. You know,
I was always in the band. I never learned how to
I know.
dance.
Well, you used to clog.
I could clog.
So this is a warning,
The
folks.
sink and other things like that.
Yeah, in the Zoom room. If all of a sudden you see the chairs empty, it's because I've dragged him out to dance. That was amazing. I love it. Total jazz. Woo.
Yeah, thanks.
Sweet. Sweet. So, folks, make sure you check her out. Check out her website. It's awesome. Thank you, Natalia.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. It's time, Jonathan. You're going to take us home this evening. And then we invite everyone to hang around because after the credits, we will open up the Zoom and give everybody a chance to say hi. But again, we want to thank all of you for being with us this evening. And all right, Jonathan, what you got for us?
Well, what's funny is I just turned 52, and I also
Youngster.
just made it into college.
I love it.
And I'm studying physics. So, you say it's never too late.
It's never too late.
It's never too late.
All right, so you see, Pamela, astrophysicist is on your bucket list.
Right. Thanks.
True story. True story, Kat. Hey, Kat. Good to see you. I think Kat's going to play Saw on this one. This is also a song, just a song dedicated to that idea that I just said, and also just to this idea, raising money and helping children to live creative lives and to explore their own creativity and all those things. And what this song is really about, it's called Do You Dream, but what it's really about is making it happen, and y'all are making it happen, and we love you for it. Thanks so much for having me and Pamela be a part of this, making it happen. And this is also not my song. It's sung by a friend of mine. His name is Matt Fockler, Fockler. I think mattfockler.net or something. You can find his record. He doesn't tour. He's a construction worker in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. One of my favorite songwriters ever. This is his song. It's called Do You Dream. Do you dream? Do your dreams come true? What do you see? What do you do to make it happen? Do you dream? Do your dreams come true? What do you see? What do you do to make it happen? I caught another one. I'll chase one down for you. We're on another ride, a carnival for a few friends, to see things like they should be, and stand up on our could be, and dream dreams. Do you remember what it was like being a child? Not thinking about the hard things, just wide open wild. Playing night games in the neighborhood, playing like grown-ups should, dreaming like there's no way you could these days. I caught another one. I'll chase one down for you. We're on another ride, a carnival for a few friends, to see things like they should be, and stand up on our could be, and dream dreams. Face the music and cope with the crowd. Stand out somewhere, look at the clouds. The fact of the matter, and fair and square, the straightforward honest. You got to dream like you care. No fair to the Midland, my fair-weathered friend. Don't fall between two stools. You're the friend of a friend, a falling head over heels like I did for you. Right over backwards and into the truth. Well, I caught another one. I'll chase one down for you. We're on another ride, a carnival for a few friends, to see things like they should be and stand up on our could be and dream dreams. Do you dream? Do your dreams come true? What do you see? What do you do to make it happen? Do you dream? Do your dreams come true? What do you see? What do you do to make it happen?
Beautiful song there, Jonathan.
I love that song.
I love that song
that's
too.
gorgeous.
Wow, it's just so beautiful. And I thank you so much for your music tonight, for writing with you. That was a great joy in my life, getting to write a song with you.
And Kat put the right link in the chat, by the way. It's mattfaulkner.com. She put that in the chat for us. Thanks, Kat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just lovely, lovely to hear both of you tonight. Thank you so much for that. Thanks everybody for supporting Kid Pan Alley. You know what a difference it makes for a child. I was thinking, what it would have been like if the first song I wrote as a third grader got recorded by Amy Grant, how that would have changed my life. So I had wished Kid Pan Alley was around when I was a kid. It took me 50 years to get Amy Grant to record one of the songs. So I kind of wished I was still a third grader there. But anyway, thank you all for that. Thank you for your donations. The donation jar is still open, and we're going to just play a few things here at the end, and then we're going to open the Zoom room up, and you can talk to your these wonderful artists, ask them questions, and it'll be just like we're in the same living room, except we'll all have different drinks. So
Good night, everybody.
So here's what's happening next is on December 28th, Melissa Farrick, Natalia Zuckerman, and Cheryl and I as hosts. And Natalia is our program director for Kid Pan Alley, an amazing, amazing musician, wonderful person, and from the family of classical musical royalty. We actually had the great honor. We wrote a song with Natalia and I wrote a song with kids about the Vietnam Wall Memorial, and Natalia got her dad, Pincus Zuckerman, to play the string quartet with it. And it's just like one of the high points of my life. So anyway, catch them on December 28th, 7:00. And then
Bring your leftover turkey sandwiches with you.
And then, adults often ask me, how can I get into this Kid Pan Alley thing? And we're mostly working with kids, but we do some Kid Pan Alley stuff with older people. But one of the things I do is teach songwriting. I love teaching songwriting. I've been teaching at the Rocky Mountain Song School for 28 years now out in Colorado, and I'll be doing that again this summer. But I want to tell you about a new one that we have in Italy. It's modeled on the Rocky Mountain Song School that we've been doing all these decades. But it's in one of the most beautiful spots in the world with incredible food, an incredible place, and an incredible staff. We've got John McCutcheon, who's one of my oldest friends. I produced about a dozen of his albums. Beppe Gambetta, Steve Poltz, who's been teaching with us out in Colorado, and Steve is a wild man and one of the funniest musicians I've ever known. Bonnie Hayes, who was head of the songwriting department at Berklee College of Music. Matt Becker, Susan Catania, who teaches at Berklee also. Chicago, Mike Beck, dear friend of mine who's helping me organize this, and of course, I'll be there. So if you just go songcampitaly.com, you can get to that. And if you want Rocky Mountain